Bill O'Reilly here, Friday, July 2nd, 2021. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening this week in America. First, we'll go down to Florida, where that terrible, and I mean that literally, condo collapse is still page one news. The people are dead, about 140 of them, maybe even more. Nobody's going to survive this long after a building collapses and there's rubble everywhere. But searchers have to keep looking. Now, the cause of the disaster is still unknown. Officials in Miami-Dade ordering immediate inspections of all buildings taller than 6 stories and older than 40 years. Experts say it's far too early to determine the cause, but we can assume that structural integrity was compromised after 40 years of wind, routine flooding, and erosion, and that the initial building was faulty. The construction was not top-notch. It has to be a part of it. President Biden and the First Lady are meeting with the surviving families and some rescuers down there as the search continues for those deceased. Again, terrible, terrible situation. Next, to the border. Donald Trump touring down there alongside Texas Governor Greg Abbott. The two Republicans visiting an unfinished section of the border wall with members of the media and some local law enforcement. Donald Trump blaming the current immigration chaos, and it is that, on President Biden, saying, quote, he's destroying our country before our very eyes. Not surprising. Mr. Trump seemed to have the situation under control. Mr. Biden has destroyed it. Finally, more good news on COVID. The number of cases and daily deaths continue to drop as the vaccination rate breaks 50% in the USA. New infections remain steady at about 10,000 a day, 250 fatalities daily. More than 90% down since January, 90%. Now, as you may know, other countries are still locked down because they don't have the vax. And I think it's safe to say the vaccine saved us. New survey from Gallup says 57% of Republicans believe the pandemic is over. 35% of independents do, just 4% of Democrats. And in Los Angeles, officials are urging all residents, even if vaxxed, to wear masks inside because of the Delta variant of COVID. The Moderna and Pfizer vaccines protect against Delta. Coming up, the message of the day. Listeners, sounding off. Right back with it. Are you looking for your next investment? Bill O'Reilly here. There are 7 reasons to look at the NRIA Real Estate Development Fund. Monthly cash flow payouts of 10% annualized. Bonuses to 21% targeted. They strategically locate in lower risk, high demand areas people want to move to. New construction is short on supply. Real estate affords diversification and safety from stock market risk. Their short and long-term strategy provides for steady returns right now. NRIA is an industry leader with a 15-year proven track record. So, if you've been sitting on the sidelines or want to diversify, start your due diligence at nria.net. Or you can call 800-800-1414. That's easy. 800-800-1414.
An offer of securities is only made by the NRIA Private Placement Memorandum. Read it first. Past performance does not guarantee future results. NRIA is a real estate development firm. Learn more at nria.net.
Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. Listeners sound off. We do this each Friday. You can reach me easily, bill@billoreilly.com. bill@billoreilly.com. Name and town if you wish to opine. Let's start with Steve, who's in Florida. USA Today reports historians rate Donald Trump near the bottom and Barack Obama near the top of U.S. presidents. As a historian, O'Reilly, I value your opinion more than USA Today. Where is Donald Trump in this list? It's too early to tell, Steve. You see, these lists are political. These historians, most of them, they don't like Donald Trump, and they do like Barack Obama. So that's what they do. It is very difficult to evaluate a president until about 10 years after the man leaves office, because you don't know how his policies are going to stack up against his replacement. And you don't know what direction the country is going to take. So Donald Trump was very effective in improving the economy. Now, it looks like the economy may be troublesome because of inflation. So we've got to wait. I'm not going to rank Donald Trump at this time. Brian is in Massachusetts. I hope President Trump does not seek re-election. I believe it would cause an uproar. I voted for him. I agreed with his policies, but it's time for him to step aside. We need calm. He is too bombastic. Well, that's the rap. But Donald Trump is not going to step aside. I think he's going to try to run. It may not be possible. The party may not coalesce around him, but he's already campaigning. I think that's too early. Now, I am going to see the president next week, and we'll have a full report on that meeting. Noreen is in Lenexa, Kansas. I do not know if President Biden will go to hell. It appears he's preparing for it by turning America into a living hell. Now, Noreen's letter comes off my analysis of Joe Biden's problems with the Catholic Church based upon abortion. As you know, in the Catholic Church, abortion is a mortal sin. And if you are in the state of a mortal sin, you cannot receive the sacraments. Now, Mr. Biden didn't have an abortion, but he is promoting the procedure by refusing to back any limitations of it and demanding that all American taxpayers pay for it. But as I said in my commentary, we human beings cannot judge anybody. That is left to the deity. Andrew is in Arizona. Hey, Bill, love Killing the Mob. Fantastic read. Ben Franklin said it best. Everyone is born ignorant, but it takes a lot of work to become stupid. Hence, we see terrible things on display in our greatest cities. It's an interesting quote you raise, Andrew. I don't know why there aren't demonstrations against the massive violence in Chicago, New York, Baltimore, and other places. I don't know why people aren't angry, but they're not out in the street. I'm Bill O'Reilly, and I approve the message by putting it together. For more honest news analysis, please go to BillO'Reilly.com. And this weekend, check out Killing the Mob, still #1. In a moment, something you might not know. Mortgage rates have fluctuated a bit this year, as you know, but right now we're seeing quite a few options under 3%. So if you have been waiting for the right time to refi, this is it. You just have to call American Financing. They've been helping people like you for more than 20 years, lowering rates, paying off debt, financing new homes. I really like that they guide you through options, helping you find the right program for your needs. No pressure, no upfront fees, just a simple conversation about ways to save up to $1,000 a month. Doesn't matter if you're looking for a new home or you want to refinance your current loan. Pre-qualify free by calling 888-462-9557. 888-462-9557. Or visit AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Now, the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. The American tourism industry suffered catastrophic losses last year, as you know. Air travel, hotels, museums all shut down to slow the contagion. But one unique type of vacation exploded in popularity during COVID: the return of the RV. Rentals for RVs, also known as recreational vehicles, jumped more than 400% during the lockdown, earning the nickname Quarantine on Wheels. The first RVs date back to the early 20th century. In the 1920s, a car company in Huntington, New York, started making vehicles called gypsy vans. The models were built for cross-country travel to see the newly formed national parks. Owners could sleep inside the cabins at a time when there were few roadside hotels. The original version featured an electrical generator, full kitchen, 2 beds, folding table, bookcase, record player, sofas with throw pillows, and a variety of small appliances. Over the next century, RVs became popular with campers and tourists all over the USA. Today, it is the fastest growing sector of America's vacation industry, second only to marijuana tourism, which we will not get into. Today, there are more than 3,000 locations in America registered as official RV parks. The recreational vehicle economy generates about $115 billion each year, supporting 100,000 jobs full-time. And here's something else you might not know. If you are looking to buy an RV this year, it's going to cost you. Bare bones models start at $80,000, but the high-end versions top out at $1 million. Premium RVs like the King Air 4000 feature 2 bedrooms, full-size kitchen, dining room, sauna, rooftop hot tub, 2 bathrooms, and a laundry. Now, renting an RV is also expensive. The average trip will set you back $300 a day and 35 cents per mile. That's a lot if you're moving around the country. However, once you've got an RV, you're going to save big on hotels. The typical cost to park the RV overnight, $20. Back after this. Can thieves really steal your home's title? Take it from this thief who stole more than 150 homes and was sentenced to 25 years in prison. That's why you need Home Title Lock.
Nobody thinks that I can take their house and borrow against the house. Oh, no, I have title insurance for that. No, it's in my name, or he would have to get some special document. They would call me. Nobody's calling you. After I've stolen the title, borrowed against it, or sold the property, or done whatever I've done with it, it's 60 to 90 days to even figure out that they're the victim of this crime. By that point, you start getting foreclosure notices, and you realize you've got 4 mortgages on your house. Not only that, you don't even own your home anymore. It's not even in your name.
Heard enough? Go to HometitleLock.com and register your address to see if you're already a victim, and enter radio for 30 free days of protection. That's code radio at HometitleLock.com. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.